Hi, I'm Debbie, the researcher.
And I'm Judy, the athlete, and we're here to help you better your best. One of the things as an athlete that was the hardest thing for me to do was to recreate the pressure situation, like you're down to your final arrows or there's a lot riding on this specific shot. So I could do the scenarios as I practiced and everything else, but to sort of create the physical responses of like heart rate and all of that, really, really hard to do when you're standing in your driveway or your shooting place.
Mm-hmm.
But I also realized one of the things that makes me really uncomfortable is movies that have high intensity, high suspense.
Yeah, I can't watch them.
Yeah. So I think I watched Silence of the Lambs looking through the armhole of my jacket with the jacket over my head at the big theater.
Oh.
And so generally I'll get up and I'll leave the room. I just have to go stand in the hallway until the music changes. But the other day I was watching, I don't know why, I was watching this high suspense, and the music gets where it is. And I realized, oh my gosh, my heart is absolutely racing. And I just wanted this scene to be over. And I even thought, why am I doing this? This is horribly uncomfortable. And I stopped and I thought, wow, we have a tool that we use in Better Your Best called the Opti headset. So I was streaming the show. I stopped the show. I went and got my headset. I put it on. And I thought, I'm going to balance my brain, and I'm going to see if that helps me be able to endure the scene. So I put the headset on, and I had the music playing, and I was getting the music low, the volume low, which tells me my brain is balanced. And I turned on the video, and I kept that music down, and I was literally able to watch the whole, like a 3-minute scene, and I kept my brain balanced. I didn't feel like I had to leave the room, and I went, I just found a way to recreate those physical symptoms and sort of train them.
Wow, that's a great story, Judy. Now, did you feel your heart rate still going when you had
it was still going.
Yeah.
Just like in the Olympics where my legs were shaking and I shot the arrow anyway, my heart was still racing. I still was, somewhat uncomfortable, but I was just able to get my brain to stay engaged.
That's a great story. So you can use any type of activity or event, or public speaking is always one of those good ones too, of course, to be able to practice like balancing your brain. That's what all our data showed all those 30 some years, is if even with those legs shaking and heart pounding, if you can balance this, you can perform. And so the other thing I always tell the athletes to do is stand on one foot that you can rest the other one, on the ground, so nobody knows you're up there, doing one of those. But nobody will know you're doing it. But if your non-dominant foot, and if you can, close your eyes, and that will balance your brain. Just like, you remember we did the Scientific America Frontier show with Alan Alda, and I put him on that really hard balance board. But he balanced his brain, and he comes off calm as can be, and makes all those putts. Yeah, it changed the stroke, everything, because he didn't have too good of a stroke, but it smoothed everything out, and he was good.
Well, I just know I've been really excited to tell you that story because it was just like such an amazing moment of, wow, I can do this with my heart beating.
And it's also a great example of using things outside of your sport to continue to train. In other words, for your 24/7, you're training for your sport. So, that's a great example, Judy.